Welcome back to Shayna Shenanigans on this beautiful fall day. Today we're going to be canning up some potatoes, so stay tuned if you're interested.
Hey, so I am doing a pressure can potato, and I've never done this before. This is new to me. I've watched a few videos from that 1870s homestead, Simple Living Alaska, Test Cooks for You. And then I did my own research kind of through Google and the FDA and all that other sort of stuff. So I feel confident in my abilities to be able to can potatoes. And this is the first time. I'm so excited for this because that's one thing that I absolutely just do not have time for usually in the evening. I have 3 kids. We live 20 minutes out of town, and by the time we're done work, quick, super quick suppers is where it's at. So I have my 1 liter jars here because, again, family of 5, 1 liter is where it's at. I think I have enough potatoes, which I've already kind of diced into 1-inch cubes. I got 2 big bowls here, and I've diced them into 1-inch cubes, and I'm going to add a teaspoon of kosher salt to the bottom of these jars and then fill them to a 1-inch headspace. What I have is some pickling salt, and I'm just adding 1 teaspoon of pickling salt to the bottom of each jar. And then I'm going to take my slotted spoon. Where's my... There it is. Slotted spoon. And I'm just going to fill them with potatoes. And these are like, they're a French fingerling, a red French fingerling potato. Those are like the yellowish kind. And then I have just like a regular red outside, white inside potato. And I previously did, this is my second batch of potatoes, and I previously did like an all yellow potato because I wanted to see, I guess there's different starches in potatoes and stuff that you can get that changes and how long it lasts and cloudiness of the water and whatnot. So I'm just gonna kind of jiggle it, 1 inch of headspace, kind of where this last ring is on your jars. That's kind of where it's at. So we'll switch that out. And I had these potatoes soaking just in cold water while I waited for the last batch to finish. And it's kind of let some of the starch out just by sitting in the cold water, which is awesome. This can fit quite a bit more after shaking. So far, I know I have enough for 6, but I'm hoping that I can get enough for 7 to fill the canner. Because my canner, it's just a Presto canner, and it can fit 7 jars. Quarts, pint size. Or no, just quarts. 7 of them. I think you can fit more pint size. I got 6 quarts. Ready? Boiling water here. I'm going to use so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to top them off with boiling water. To 1 inch headspace. There we go. Now I'm gonna take my super special debubbler, aka plastic utensil knife, and I'm just gonna kind of debubble it, make sure it is still at 1 inch headspace. And you want to take the bubbles out because with pressure canning, you need the proper headspace in order to release the right amount of air in order to seal it properly. And if all those bubbles are trapped in between all of your potatoes and stuff, you will end up having less or more headspace than what you're required to have, and then it won't seal properly. So you want to debubble it before you actually process it, just by running something plastic or wood down the side. And then if you need a little bit more water, like this one does, you can do that. One more. Alright, so that take a little bit of white vinegar. And I'm going to wipe the rims. I think what I'm going to do after I get these ones in there, I'm going to fill my canner up with the proper amount of heated water that I need. And then I think what I'm going to do is peel enough potatoes for 1 more jar, just so I can get a full canner. I only used the potatoes that were from the garden that needed, like I nipped them with a shovel or a pitchfork, or they split during growing and stuff like that. So I've really only done like my marred potatoes in the cans, but I think I'm gonna go and get enough potatoes to do 1 more jar, just so I can get a full canner. So I will be back when I go to put these in the canner.
Let's see how my very first batch of canned potatoes turned out. Oh, they smell good. Oh my gosh.
They smell so yummy. So yummy. Ooh, this is a jar with pepper. Look at that.
Why is there so much bubbles?
Because it's still boiling.
How was I supposed to know? Okay.
Well, you asked and I told you. That's how you're supposed to know. Ooh, baby. First batch of taters.
7. I think.
What do you mean 7th?
Eggs.
That is so cool. This is the first time I've ever canned potatoes.
Potato.
Potatoes.
No, I like to call it potatoes.
And they look fabulous.
No, they look bussin'.
I love it. So cool. Alright, so I got my 7 jars in my pressure canner, and I have hot water in the bottom, hot water in the jars, and this is, I guess, what they call hot pack. Raw pack hot pack is kind of what I'm renaming it, because I put hot water but raw potatoes. So the water in the canner is hot, water in the jars is hot, and now I'm going to bring it up to pressure. So I put the lid on, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for my little, this will pop up when it's full of pressure, and then once there's a steady stream of steam coming out of that, I am going to set my timer for 10 minutes and let it vent for 10 minutes. And then once it's done venting, I am going to put my weight on, which is 10 pounds. I'm under 1,000 feet of sea level, so I only need 10 pounds of pressure per square inch. And so I'll put that on once I've vented it for 10 minutes, and then I'll wait for this to jiggle, and then I will set my timer for 40 minutes for potatoes.